Hi everyone, George Farmer here, content creator for Tropica Aquarium Plants, and welcome to this video where we will make a big trimming session and carry out some plant changes and hardscape additions. As you can see, this Awase Styleline 125 30-gallon aquascape is full of healthy but overgrown plants. This is the final result of the Re-Scape, and the aim of this video is to show you how and why we did it. If you enjoy this video, please consider hitting the like button and subscribe with notifications enabled so you don't miss out on our weekly video uploads. You can see here that the red stems of the Ludwigia palustris and green Hemianthus micranthomoides are really overgrown and making the aquascape look quite untidy. Although the jungle style can look quite appealing for some, there is a risk of the dense growth shading the plants underneath and causing poor plant growth. Such a large density of plants can also restrict circulation, which can also limit plant growth and therefore increase the risk of algae. So our first job is to trim back and remove as much of the Ludwigia as necessary. Although red plants are beautiful, they can be a little overwhelming when there are so many, so we have also decided to remove a large proportion and replace them with a green stem plant. Make sure you carry on watching to find out what it is. Next we trim back the Hemianthus micranthomoides. To learn more about this technique, you can watch our video dedicated to stem plant trimming by clicking the link in the description and pinned comment. So we can see better inside the aquarium, we net off the floating stem plants that have just been trimmed. These plants can be replanted if desired in order to propagate them, given away to other hobbyists, or discarded of carefully. Ensure they never enter any waterways. Now we have removed the stem plants, we have better access to the Hygrophila compact. It is also overgrown and starting to shade the Hygrophila araguaia and Eleocharis acicularis mini that's growing nearby. We simply remove any excess leaves by sharply pulling the leaf from the stems. This helps to make the aquascape have more definition between the groups of plants, as well as ensuring the plants underneath can get enough light and circulation. The action of removing the leaves also helps to promote new side shoots and more leaf growth. After careful consideration, we have decided to remove the Hemianthus micranthomoides entirely. It is such a fast grower in here and requires frequent trimming in order to keep it in shape. So we have opted to replace it with some much slower Crips, Cryptocorini ex Willisii, Cryptocorini undulatus and Cryptocorini wenditii tropica. These Crips are being reused from an older aquascape and are therefore already adapted to their underwater state. This may cause some meltback as they adjust to their new home, but with a healthy rootstock they will produce new leaves soon afterwards. The removal of the plants have left an empty space, which we have decided to fill with a rock known as Frodo stone. Around the base of this, we plant some offcuts of the Hygrophila araguaia and the Crips. This helps to ensure the aquascape looks more natural, as the plants help to create a pleasant transition from the bare soil to the large stone. Without these, the stone would look very odd. The next plant we add is Hygrophila Cyansis 53B to the back right corner. This replaces the removed portions of the Ludwigia palustris and adds a refreshing bright green colour. Its larger leaves add an effective contrast against the other plants, and its fast growth means that it will also help to prevent algae. This species is also useful as an indicator plant, showing up any nutrient deficiencies quickly by turning a pale green yellow colour. If this does happen, adding more liquid fertilisers, such as premium or specialised nutrition, is necessary. The final extra plant we are adding is Microsorum Trident. This is simply wedged into a gap in the driftwood and adds further texture and colour that blends nicely with the Hygrophila behind it in the corner of the aquascape. Now the rescaping has been complete, it is time to perform our maintenance. We siphon the waste aquarium water into our garden using a hose attached to an external filter inlet. As the water is draining from the tank, we also clean the aquarium glass. Moving the hose inlet around the aquarium is a great way to remove any excess organic waste. Removal of this accumulated waste, especially around the substrate, helps to prevent algae. It's always best to perform a water change right at the end of any maintenance practices, as any floating waste can be diluted during the water change. The aquarium is filled with fresh water and a dechlorinator is added. We pump the water directly from our tap at the appropriate temperature and use a colander to disperse it, stopping it from disturbing the substrate underneath too much. You can watch our special video on water changes by clicking the link in the description. Finally, I add a dose of specialised nutrition. In this 30-gallon aquarium I add 3 squirts every day and change 50% of the water every week. Now the Re-Scape is complete, we can enjoy watching the aquascape develop. It may look a little sparse right now after the removal of so many plants, but in a few weeks and with appropriate trimming to keep it in shape, we're sure it will look better than ever. What do you think? And what would have you done differently, if anything? Let us know in the comments. So we hope you've enjoyed this video on how we performed a minor Re-Scape in this aquarium. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Take care, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.